Google is an American multinational company which provides services, interrelated services, and products as well. Before going to the effective Google search, which I will explain to you, I just want to share some products of the Google which it offers. I have provided the link here in the presentation, so okay, no problem. So I just can name them, some of them. For example, this company, Google, which was founded in 1998 by Larry Page and Brin, they have introduced a lot many products for their different kinds of users, for developers, for business, and for all the users. So some of them are, their browser, their Chrome, Google Chrome browser, Google Drive is there, Google Earth, Google Map is there, and also their mailbox, which is Gmail, which we use a lot. Google Classrooms are also there, Google Meet, Google Groups, and many more like Google Translator and Google Search, of course, which we will talk about today. They have also provided their virtual assistant with that. And Google also on YouTube. Here's a result from Google. Okay, so there are many products, and also there are some products for business community, such as analytics, data studio. Google Assistant is again with the business community as well. It facilitates them. Google Workspace and the surveys, and Google for retail is also available in the list of their products for the businesses. And for developers, of course, the ones related with SC and CS students who are interested to get involved in developing the products, the softwares. Of course, Google search also helps them a lot, because you know that if you develop something, then again there is need to search the relevant information of your intended knowledge or skills. So how accurately and how quickly you Google something, you search something, it really affects a lot. It has impact, and it saves your time. It retrieve accurate results quickly. So today we will get to know about some commands to make use of some symbols or operators for effective Google search. There is also another very useful product of Google, which is Google Scholar. If you write scholar.google.com, then it really helps researchers a lot. Yesterday, I received an email of a PhD scholar who wants to attend this seminar, and I don't know, although I had invited him, whether he has joined this seminar or not, but I will reply him as well with this Google Scholar, the resource which can help them a lot, which not only provides research publications, open source, free, and easily accessible publications to them, but also they can search for the content of the patents as well. So there are many products provided by Google. Today we are going to focus and to discuss about Google searching. It is a very simple site. You can see www.google.com. Simple search box is available there where you make your search, and this search engine is most popular and widely used search engine. Otherwise, there are also Yahoo, MSN, and some other search engines as well. But it is popular and widely used, maybe because of its simplicity in use. Okay. I will not discuss about the SEOs, search engine optimization, which is another discussion and another topic. How to get the page, or how to rank the page, and how to bring it in top indexing. That is another separate discussion. Today, our topic is to retrieve your relevant information and in a short time, in a quick manner, and accurately, which will save your time, inshallah. Okay. So the objectives of today's presentation. are first to understand the importance of using a variety of such techniques, which somehow I already told you that it will save your time, it will give you accurate results, and it will be quicker to get your required information. And we will also see some techniques of effective searching, which you people will be mostly interested in. And then how to learn, how to apply these techniques, these learned techniques. So here we will cover these things in this presentation. Okay, so some about the importance of this thing of the accurate searching. You have come to know that good searching techniques always help you for your specific topic or for your specific work which you are interested in, to provide you the related information, because Google provides a world of information. Its mission is to have the organized information from all over the world, and it makes it available to you. Now it is up to us, it is up to the users, how efficiently, how effectively they dig out this information, and with the use of course Google search. You provide simple search, you provide of course keywords. You are already of course have been googling a lot. And what happens basically is that Google keywords, or the words which you write in the search box, they are automatically retrieved and get matched with the web pages where this information or your entered keywords are listed in, but in any order. Means if you give a simple word, a single word, then of course it will get you the web pages which contain that word. But if you enter more than that, more than one word, then those two or three words, or a bigger phrase, those words can be in any place, but in that web page, then those web pages are appeared in your search. While sometimes we have to refine our search, we want to refine our search, we want to get specific results which we are interested in. So there are some techniques for this effective searching, for this efficient searching, and today we will discuss about those techniques. There are a number of techniques. I have listed a few of them, and of course we will be discussing them. Okay. The first one is interested to search a specific phrase. So this is one of the technique. If you want exact, a phrase consists of more than one word, two or three or more than three words. That is named as phrase. So if you want to search for a specific phrase, we will see its technique. And also, if you are interested in alternative words, for example, it works as a logical operator. So of course we will see its example as well in the next slides. And then another technique which we will discuss is to exclude or include words or terms in your search. If you don't know a word in your phrase and that is a missing word, then how we will search such kind of phrase, we will also see its techniques. And there are some other string searches as well, where you combine two commands or more than two keywords for your search. That includes site search. We will see its technique to search your specific information within a specific website, not from multiple websites. And also we will see how to search a specific file type. I mean here in the document, means if you might not be interested to retrieve HTML documents, HTML web pages. So in terms of documents, if you want to retrieve PDF file or PPT or doc or a specific kind of movie or like this, so we will also see its technique. And sometimes you want to search between a specific range that can be in numbers, in dates, in amounts, in prices. So we will also see its technique. And search related websites. If you are interested to see similar websites belonging to a same domain, or having the same information. For example, maybe you are interested in academic websites, so or other kind of planning where, so how you command or you can place a search query. Okay, also see how to search related links, okay, the web links. And we are also see the technique for include having the synonyms, okay, which is a wild character, and how to search an image from Google. We will also see, you might have already been aware of it. And then we also see some mixed kind of Google shortcuts to give our search. And then we will have a look on Google advanced search as well. Okay. So find a combination of words in the same order, and you want to have web pages in as a result of your search, then you make use of quotations to specify your required exact phrases. For example, if without quotes you provide science fair in your search query box, then the web pages which will list science somewhere and fair somewhere, maybe before the word science, and maybe in the end of that web page, but far from the word science, it can. So if you want, but means if you are interested to have these words together, and you are interested in particular that phrase science fair altogether, then you have to list it under quotes. In other words, you want to have those words to be searched side by side, like machine learning in healthcare. So instead of going and coming back from internet browser to search and to provide these examples, I have captured the search for you, machine learning in healthcare. And here you can see this slide where I have presented I have presented you the Google search with and without quotes. Like when I wrote machine learning in healthcare, then you can see that machine learning is somewhere else, healthcare is in another location in the web page, and sometimes it also happens that some word get missed. But on the other side, when you place this phrase give all those web pages where this is listed as it is. Although machine learning in healthcare is very much being used altogether, and sometimes if you don't write it under quotes, still you come up with the web pages with the same phrase as it is, as it has been entered in the search query box. But it is always safer to write it in quotation to get the exact phrase, and it helps you a lot when you try keeping this kind of search. Okay, now the logic operator or is used for looking for alternative words. For example, if you are interested in the information where you should come up with the web pages or websites consisting university information or college or higher education, then you simply have to list or you have to mention this operator or because if you don't write it, then of course it happens which I told you. Or sometimes when you are interested in searching the university related information, but you can compromise it and you see that okay, no problem, if college information can also be retrieved with the Google search or higher education, then you can come up with these results. It works exactly as it is, as you have studies in your mathematics course, that it will provide you either this term or this term. So another example is fish or chips, which will return you results for either term. Okay, so you can make use of it. Sometimes I have not took screenshot of these commands because they are so obvious and simple that you can make use of them. Here I will discuss again now to include certain terms, to to by the way, when I use terms is exactly for the words. Sometimes it is used terms, sometimes it is used words, sometimes it is used tokens, or in computer words itself. Okay, so sometimes you want to exclude words, or you want to include, you want to be certain to include some words, then you make use of a plus and minus for these, for these techniques, respectively. So you can limit your search by using a minus sign. Okay, minus sign, as well as you can make use of the dash, sometimes we call it hyphen symbol, so it gives you the same results. So you can place this minus sign directly before that word which you want to exclude in your search. For example, experiments. So this will be a kind of refined search, and you will not come up with those web pages which you are not interested in. Another example is L minus T, is an electronics company which provides a range of products. And if you write this kind of command there in your search box, this kind of query, then it will give you back all the products of LG, but without TV. So it will be Europe minus EU. And if you provide this command in your search box, then it will give you this kind of result, that only if you write Europe, then it will give you also the European Union information as well. But if you subtract this EU, then you will retrieve those web pages only which don't have any listing of European Union in the web pages. So it will be a focused search. It will be a refined information which you will get by making use of this symbol operator. Okay. Next thing is that if you specify a specific search, but you don't know a term, or either you don't know the term, or you may want to have different searches out of that term. So you make use of this symbol, and it works as a wild character searches. It can be used in place of a missing word, of a word, which is useful for completing phrases, but also when to search for a less definite article. As I told you that that missing thing can not only be a one exact word, but you are inviting different words in place of that, fill in the blank for your search. For example, there is a quotation by Allama Muhammad Iqbal, and you don't remember, and you are going to search for it. Sometimes you search for any couplet as well, if you forget the second misra of that couplet. But here, for this example of a quote by Allama Iqbal, if you write "man is primarily governed by asterisk," okay, you have missed something, you don't remember, and you want to complete it. So it will, of course, give you back the complete search that man is primarily governed by passion and instinct. So here, as you were not familiar with that word, you can put this asterisk in place of missing words. Another example, very evident example, that if you write top asterisk destinations in Spain, so it can return you with top 10 destinations in Spain, or top holiday destinations in Spain. Mean a number can be placed with in this fill in the blank, or as a missing word, or a word like here you can see the holiday destinations, or maybe top 100 destinations in Spain. So that asterisk acts as a fill in the blank, and you can retrieve many many web pages with the information having different options. Okay, so it is a very useful operator in Google searching. Okay, so there are advanced Google search as well, which provides you internet search strings to enter for to specify your search in the Google box, or you can see that it provides you a way to refine your search more. So if you are comfortable, and if you have become used to with the basics of Google searching, which I discussed with you, and again it will be discussed in the next slides, then you can also make use of search strings, and you can provide there the language which you are interested in to search, and there are some other options as well for the expert users, and of course for the naive users as well. But advanced search is mainly for the expert users, where you can have different options, and I will discuss it again in my last slides. But here, if you want and if you are interested to see a full list of search commands, then there is a link, googleguide.com. You can see a complete list of search commands, and with the time Google search box and Google searching has become more advanced and more intelligent, and as it has involved different intelligent artificial intelligence techniques. So you can be surprised that the things which even we are discussing here, out of that there can also be many others, and in many different ways. Okay, so in advanced search, when you provide the search strings on the internet for the search, then how they work. The first thing, the first technique I would like to share with you is site search. If you are only interested to see the results only in a specific web domain, then you make use of this command site, a word, site, and followed by a colon, and then you list the website domain. So this way, and before that, of course, you will include some words or keywords which you want to search in that specific site. Then it shows only the pages from that site, and your search will be limited within that specific website which you just provided here, followed by the colon as a site. For example, if you provide this query in Google search box, like headache and site colon nhs.uk. So this headache, this illness, or this symptom, headache, is will be looked in the website National Health Services of UK. This specific website nhs.uk website only. It will retrieve the words and the related information about headache, or maybe the medications, or the same and the common causes of headache, and whatever the many things, many information which is related with the headache. It will retrieve, it will give you back only from this site which you have mentioned with this keyword site followed by the colon. Okay. So for another example, like international aid, because these are two words, so they are in quoted order. International aid, and then you mention a specific keyword site followed by colon gov.asterisk. Now this asterisk, which I already discussed with you, is acting the same, will be acting in the same manner which I described you, that it will give you any kind of, because it is wild character, and it will give you any any site of any country, and that gov in the domain, in a website domain, it is for the government website. So international aid will be retrieved from the government websites of different countries. Okay, so it will appear like gov.uk, gov.au, Australia, gov.russia, RU, and so on. Another example, If you want to see all free video from the site download.cnet.com, so you just have to type free videos and then you have to mention the specific site from this site. So free videos will be retrieved from this website for you as a result of the Google search box. Okay, so here it is again a very useful kind of search query, and that if you are not interested in the web pages, you are interested in specific documents of a specific format like PDF, like Excel sheet, like doc, like JPEG or zip folder or MP3 or any kind of file, then how you provide a search query in the Google search box. You limit you type file type colon file extension. Okay, so you just have to list any kind of topic which you want to search, but you want to say that okay, on this topic the file type, the retrieved result will be in that file type, which will be specified with that extension. So it will limit the results to documents with certain file extensions. For example, file type colon PDF will return only PDFs. Okay, and if you write file type colon PDF and HTML lessons, okay, so what kind of PDFs it will give you back, which will cover this topic, HTML lessons. Okay, so it will only display the HTML lessons in the format of PDF. Okay, sometimes you are interested in to have PPT slides. Okay, so you here mention file type colon PPT. Okay, there can be different ways. For example, even if you give, I have tried, I am using also like this, for example, machine learning colon PPT. So not colon but dot ppt, it again give you the ppt. So there can be Google is so smart that it has provided different options for the users, so that if naturally could work for different kind of users for similar kind of queries, or with making use of similar symbols or operators. So the formal the formal command or the formal query is provided by the Google is that you make use of this keyword file type and then colon and then PPT, and then you list the topic which you are interested in to search in that specific document format. Then you write this way, and it will give you your required relevant information documents, which can be in different types like Flash, like music, like video, like Excel, Word, and PPT or PDF, as I mentioned also earlier. Okay, so we are done with how to search for the specific file type. It makes your life more easier, a lot of easier. It saves your energies as well by saving your time, and it effectively gives you your required and desired information. Okay, so again, if you are interested in a search which lies between the specific range, then what is the technique behind that? Just to make use of two dots. Okay, you mention that figure, because this figure can be related with the dates or with the prices or with the measurements, with the amounts. Okay, so for example, if you want to buy a book which falls between $10 to $50, can be $25, can be $20, but you specify a range that I am interested in a book which should be within that specific range. Then how you mention it? You write these figures, these numbers, $10, and then you just put two dots in the Google search box, and it gives you the books with different price range, $10 to $50. Okay, similarly you can search for a monitor by mentioning its measurements, specific measurements, let's say 20 to 50 inches. So instead of writing the complete list of the two dots, and it will give you the monitor with all available measurements in inches, which falls from 20 to 50. if you want to see what has happened in Egypt between 2000 to 2020, of course, you again write these two dots between these two dates. So, okay, so I hope this would be also obvious for you. Okay, now if you want to find similar pages to the web address you type in, then it will show you, similar sites, and in other words, you find the competitors. For example, if you write something on a website and you are interested in the website as well, then the related this related is followed by then a website whose related websites will also come in front of you as a result. Maybe you are interested to buy for a specific product or a specific, and so you list the topic of that book, and then you write related.amazon.com, and it will show you similar sites of Amazon and the competitors of Amazon, and there of course you can match and you can decide which price range or which edition is or which author you prefer the most, and then you can evaluate better. Another example is related colon google.com, which will find you other search engines, because google.com is a search engine, and the other search engines you may come up with yahoo.com, msn.com, or other search engines. Its competitors will come in front of you if you are interested in to make some comparison. Okay, now for retrieving the similar results, because terms can be similar, there are synonyms, and you don't want to write the logical operator or every time like this or this or this or this. It can be a huge string for you, so you may use of this tilde symbol. This tilde symbol is placed just before the word which you are interested in to search in the search box, and it will give you the similar to the one you entered. So if you were shopping for a used car but also might be interested in a pre-owned van or a second-hand vehicle, a good search term to use would be tilde symbol, then the word used, and then the next word cars, okay, with the tilde symbol again in front of it. So how it works, you see that you have used tilde symbol for both of these terms, used and cars. So the synonyms of used will also be searched, okay, and the synonyms or the alternatives of this not the alternatives but again the similar of this car, like vehicle, if you have also discussed van, then they can also appear in your search result. And for used, of course, second hand will can be a similar term for this word used, or pre-owned is also a similar word having the same meaning. So you if the web pages have made use of these similar and different words, then your search can be more productive for you, more beneficial for you, having listed with these similar kind of information. Another example is if you write this tilde sample with tutorial, then it will display results for the synonyms like guide, because guide can also be used, guide is also a tutorial, manual, or reference. So these are different terms which are used in different domains, in different context, or in different fields. So and if you specify a specific term, then of course you may miss some useful manual or some useful guide. So this tilde symbol brings similar kind of results for you, and which can help you a lot. Okay, we had discussed minus or dash or hyphen symbol to exclude that specific word from our search. This dash or this minus symbol is also used for a reverse order. If you specify your your to be searched information, and you want that information from some sources, but you want to exclude a certain website, then you can also make use of this minus or this dash symbol in front of that site, which we just discussed, that for a specific or for a number of websites, you list that site colon gov dot asterisk. But if you put this minus operator in front of it, it means that you are not interested and you don't want your search results, your information from these websites. So it acts as a reverse order. Okay, it can also be that if you want to see news, you write news and then you news and then space and then minus or dash site colon bbc.com. What would it return you? It will give you the news not from the bbc.com. Okay, so this way you just exclude a whole website or the whole source which you mentioned this way by making use of this minus operator. And same is the case with any document. You can put that I don't want to retrieve PDF documents or PPT documents, so you can place this minus operator in front of that file type. Okay, here is I like this example. Here is a bigger command. Here we have made use of different search techniques altogether. Not all of them, of course, but some of the techniques. For example, here is a search string you might use to find PowerPoint presentations about Martin Luther King's speeches, which he delivered between 1963 and 1967. Then how would you write this search command? Luther King, okay, quoted. Why quoted? Because you know that if you use without quotes and if your search phrase is more than one word, then it can appear anywhere in the document and in any order. Okay, you want this Luther King as side by side word, so that's why you place this phrase, his name, as quoted. Okay, next is you can see titles and then speech. As you had seen in previous slides, that why we were using this tilde symbol, to get the synonyms of the specified word or to get the similar words of that specified word. So for speech you can also can have lecture or notes or whatever different terms which are equivalent but similar to the word speech. You may retrieve the results, and here dates is mentioned, which is from a specific year to a specific year, but within that range you just specified two dots which will cover all those years from 1962 to 1967. So the speech which he delivered even in 1964, 1965 and 1966, you can come up with that. And in which file type, in which format of the document you want to retrieve his speech is PPT. So your specified search is now more refined, more concise, focused, and it's relevant results you will come up with, and they can be now if you keep your search more generic, then it will give you a lot of information, and some you of course it can take a lot of your time and energies as well. Okay, so covers all of these 4 points which I have just mentioned you. Next, for effective Google searching, discuss with you to search to search by image, to search your required piece of information there in a simple browser, in a simple search box in you have options there. The first one is web, which automatically and by default, that search is made from the web. But you can also see images were also on the side of that web, and when you click it, then of course it gives you the same which I am going to discuss, or otherwise you can get it from images.google.com. Here you can make use search, you can paste your image URL where from where you want to retrieve it, or you can upload image, then it gives you the search results for that image. So Google is such a powerful and useful tool that it also gives you option to search by image. And earlier, when I was discussing about some advanced searching, then I gave you to have string search, where you write a command consisting, more than one keywords together with some operator like the keyword which you are interested in to search, and then the site colon, and the other thing that can also be for the missing kind of thing, or for a specific website from which you want to retrieve, or some similar links or the similar websites which you are interested in. Again, if you want to see, as a expert user, if you want to dig out more and if you want to refine your search more, then you go in the advanced search facility of the Google. It can also be in its page, there hyperlink is given, or you can go by www.google.com/advanced_search. So it will give you this option pane where you can list, where you can specify what do you want and what don't you want. Like, find pages with all these words which you mentioned, then of course they will be taken care of to include your search results. And the exact word or phrase which you want to have in your searches, or any of these words, which can also be achieved by making use of that operator, but here you can specify none of these words or numbering ranging from this to this. Okay, so you further can narrow your results by any specific language or region or any time, okay, or anywhere in the page, because sometimes some users may interested in to have some image, or it happens like in the, but if anywhere in the page you can also specify. And file type can also be used here as an option. If you are interested in any format, then you can specify here. Okay, so your commands which I discussed with you, because for any file type you can also make use of file type colon PPT or PDF or doc or whatever you want to have. Okay. So I would while selecting the keywords which you are interested in to enter in the search box, you should be very specific, because there are other ways to make your searches even better. Near me, if you write near me, then it has been recognized in Google search as in vicinity of your current location, and it provides you it gives you back the relevant results. Maybe if you find the restaurants near me, then the near me has been picked and has been worked on by the Google, and it gives you the results in a specific way. Your selected words should be specific. Okay, it will help you a lot, and they should be relevant. For example, if you just write Toyota car, then of course it seems a generic kind of query. But if you are really interested in model of that car, and also if you want to have a brand new or a used one, then you should try used 2010 Toyota Corolla. So here you specify used or new. Okay, so here you are making use of specific keywords which are relevant for your desired information. You also mention specific year and the model as well. Okay, Toyota Corolla. So what Google does, it narrows down your options and saves you the time it takes to sift through results you don't need. You should also take care of the spelling of your searches. Instead of whole grain food recipes, if you write recipes using whole grains, so this will again will be translated in a good way, and they will spell your queries correctly, and of course it will give you the better results. And if you are not sure about any word or its spellings, then of course again you can google for the correct spelling. So to google, you have to make use of google, you can make use of google. Okay, less is more means instead of writing a complete story, a very long sentence as a query, you should use a kind of significant words in your search. And if you try this way, then of course it will give you more efficient results, and it will be more effective. Okay, so outside of the special operators which I just mentioned, a lot of other special characters are not required, as Google doesn't take them into account while finding results. So keep it simple to save your time when writing your searches. Okay, if still you make use of at the rate symbol or hash symbol, then it will give you the result from social media related content. You know why we use at the rate of referring someone there on the Twitter social media, or hash when there is a trending topic or the word there on the social media content. Then it will you can try it, of course, because I have not provided the example, the retrieved search here, or not I am going there again and again, otherwise this switching will again take our time, and we have limited time here for the seminar. So you can try here that when you provide these special symbols, then they will give you the results from social media. And of course the symbol dollar returns price in dollars, so this is more meaningful. Okay, so if you see in the Google search box, then there are some built-in searches provided by the Google that automatically return answers instead of websites to find answers on. Means for example, if you want to just calculate something, then straightforwardly you can write your expression, mathematical expression, and it will result you the result. So Google search box acts as a calculator as well. If you want to see the weather, then of course in the next slide I have also listed a command how you just mention the weather and then your city name, then it will give you the information about the weather in your specified city. If you want to convert the currency from one kind of currency to another currency, then you can again give it to Google. It will come up with an option pane where you specify the amount and then or the value, and then it will convert you back in the your desired and if you want to search names, it can really save time, and Google is doing this for more and more queries. And okay, so here you can see for the time and weather, you can specify city in front of these words. Okay, another very useful thing is to make use of a keyword. Here, by the way, on these slides, I have just placed some random Google search shortcuts, okay, which we mostly use, and which you should also might have already been, you should integrate these commands in your searches. Okay, this will help you a lot. You write define, and then you make then you write any keyword which you want to have elaborated, which you want about which you want to have definition. So this is the command for that. And for mathematical calculation, I have already discussed with you that you have to write mathematical expression. For example, square root 10 sqrt, and in parentheses you have to provide the value 10, and it will give you the result which you require from your calculator, which you get from your calculator. Or if you simply write the whole expression 5 plus 5, it should be multiplied with 10, then subtract minus 5, then it will give you the result. You can convert from one unit to another, from one currency to the other currency. Okay, so What is the bottom line? Google is a smart and intelligent search engine with many exciting features, and how you can improve your searches. I have discussed, I have shared some of these searches, these ways or these techniques with you to get better results, and it might take some time to integrate them with your daily searches. But of course, when you will use by making use of these things, definitely you will get your search results with flying colors. So thank you.